What's up guys, my name's Justine, welcome back to my channel. This one's for my quilters and sewers out there. If you've ever wondered how to make a flying geese block without any waste, I'm going to show you how to do that, and we're going to do 4 at a time. So let's get started. For this project we're going to need some fabric, a quilting ruler, thread, and a fabric marker. For this video I'm going to focus on making blocks that are 3 by 6 inches. If you are looking to do a different size, you can always click the link in the description of this video for a grid that gives you a complete breakdown of this process. The first thing I did was give myself a straight edge to work with, and then I went ahead and cut a square at 7.5 by 7.5. And I did just want to double check my measurements because if I'm off on those, the block won't look right. And then I grabbed my contrasting fabric and I'm going to cut 4 squares at 4 inches. After I had all 4 squares cut, I grabbed 2 of them and lined them up on opposite corners of the large square. Then I grabbed my fabric marker. I actually love these ones, so I'll leave a link in the description, and I drew a diagonal line connecting both corners. Once I had that line down as a guide, I then drew one line on each side, a 1/4 inch away from that middle line. So the next thing I did was sew along each of these outer lines. So I have them in blue here, and I just used a straight stitch and sewed right down them. Okay, so mine came out a little messy, but that's okay. The next step is to cut down that center line. So I'm going to use my rotary cutter to do that. And then after I made that cut, I folded both of those triangles open and gave it a quick press just so everything laid flat. So at this point you should have 2 little squares left over, so I laid mine on that remaining corner of the white fabric, and I did the same technique as I did before. I drew a line from corner to corner, and then one line on each side a 1/4 inch away. And then I did the same thing that I did before. I used a straight stitch, and I sewed down each of the outer lines. And then I used my rotary cutter to cut down the middle. And then I did the same thing with the remaining pieces. So then you should have 4 flying geese blocks that look just like this. So I decided to keep going with this. I just kept practicing with the same dimensions, but flipping the colors that I used. Like I said earlier, I was making a finished block size of 3 by 6 inches, but I am going to link in the description below a complete blog post with a grid that kind of explains the formula of what sizes to cut based on whatever finished size you want to have your block to be. So if you are looking to make a finished block that's bigger or smaller than 3 by 6 inches, be sure to check that out. The flying geese block is kind of a staple in quilting, and it really speaks to a lot of different styles of quilting. So once you get the hang of it, you can really play around in how to piece them together. You can play around with variations on a sawtooth star, you can piece them together in a grid, it's totally up to you. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. See you next time.